joy. We are stardust, swirling radiance, silent joy.
Okay, hi everybody.
Hi, we have some new people here. It's a
Yeah.
little different this time. The magic of the real.
Yeah, the magic of the reel. It changes shapes and forms, and we have some friends here with us. Thank you for coming. I'm Christopher in Japan.
I'm Susan in New York.
Yeah. Would you like to introduce yourselves, who you are and where you are?
Hi, I'm Jen at abcsoulplay.com and I'm in Montana.
Okay, welcome, Jen.
I'm David Jaramillo. I live in Gray, Maine, and originally from New Mexico.
From New Mexico to Maine. Wow. All right, that's a journey.
Hi, I'm Lindamarie Jaramillo, and I also live in Gray, Maine as well.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. And Sabina?
And I'm Sabina. I live in Gilroy, California, with a herd I call the Herd of Light. And we offer weekly meditations on oneherd.oneheart.com.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. Namaste from the other side of the world. We're different points of light here. And thank you all. Thank you all for joining us. And Susan, did you want to introduce what we were planning for today?
Yeah, not so much what we were planning because we were kind of planning to play it by ear. At least I was. But when Christopher and I started doing what we call planning for these episodes, a war hadn't started yet. So um, that kind of like raised the stakes in a lot of ways, but it didn't change what I feel anyway, we're all about. But I just wanted to say that because that energy is something that we're all feeling, and it's undeniable. And so I also wanted to share a short quote that is in Brian Swim's book Cosmogenesis. But what it is it's a quote from Thomas Berry that he quotes in the book. And I wanted something to open tonight with, and I wanted it to be from that book because I wanted it to be in that sensibility. And it just opened up to this page, and my book is all marked up. There was already the perfect thing that was already marked, so I'm going to read that. We live in a new time. In the activities of our daily life, we perform specific tasks, yes. In our intentions, we aim to provide for our families, yes. But we are also involved with a work so vast we could not conceive it in future eras. We are Earth. We are a living, sentient planet. We are carrying further the creativity that brought forth the stars and galaxies. Whether we are fully conscious of this or not, it is happening. We live in a time that offers a significance only matched by the birth of life itself 4 billion years ago. And I kind of felt like that was a good place to ground our conversation in.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Wow.
my offering.
And I have that same book next to my desk in my office. And it's purple, which is
I know it seems to be the color of the night.
purple and black. Purple and black because that's, the
Yes, I have
purple is
both on.
right. And the purple is the new magic that is happening here and that we're becoming aware of. And the black is kind of mourning the, you know, it's dark times. as the light, as it always is before the sunrise, or the sun is already rising. Um,
Yeah, like, and I just wanted to also say welcome to the year of the fire horse.
yes.
That's really started off. And there's a lot of amazing things going on though. I just feel, I know that this sounds, I don't know, you may end up having to cut this out, but in spite of everything, in spite of everything, and I'm not discounting or I mean any of it, I personally feel an incredible sense of optimism
Mm,
that just doesn't like rationally jibe with what we're living through right now. But there you go.
I feel the
What do
same
you
way.
think?
Yeah, I
Can I
feel the
open it
same. Yeah,
up?
no, actually it's almost telepathic. I was actually thinking that.
Irrational feeling
Jen,
of optimism.
Jen.
Hi. Yeah, this is wonderful. I'm glad I got to join. Um, so I've been a lifelong horse person, and one of the things that somebody had mentioned about the fire horse year and all the messaging around it in a woman's circle was a young mother with a baby on her hip. And she's like, this push, strive forward, do more just feels like the energy we've already been in. It wasn't resonating with her, the messaging that she was seeing, online and everything for the year of the fire horse. So I wrote an article on Substack. You can find me at Jen at Substack. Because horses aren't always running. Horses love to nap. They love to eat. They love treats. They want to be calm and they want to be safe in their herd. They need a buddy or a herd to feel safe in. That's their nature. So I kind of wrote just a little bit more about the actual nature of the horse. And, a fire can be, instead of destructive, it can be warming, soothing, your fireplace, your bonfire at night, or, you know, watching the sparks go up as you watch the stars. And so it can be very comforting as well. And so those were just some thoughts with the energy of the fire horse year coming into play, where I've been getting the messages of very soft, very grounding, very just like taking a nap in the sunshine kind of energy. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. That's beautiful. Yeah.
You.
I also want to say that in the comments, or not the comments, but with the description, can we put like people's like
Oh yeah.
Substacks and stuff like that in there?
Yes, that was in telepathic again. Yes, we're gonna put all your links will be down below. David, Lindamarie, Sabina, did you want to add something? That was beautiful, Jen. Thank you so much. I totally agree. Totally agree.
The optimism that you spoke of, Susan, I could feel it. I could feel it as a frequency that's so deep that goes beyond knowing that you have. And I'm not saying that I necessarily am vibrating on that same frequency a lot of the time right now, but when you shared it, I felt it activate in my own being because there is a deep knowing. And what I'm learning right now is how to bring awareness to things without bringing any kind of emotional reactivity, and therefore bringing the light of awareness to it, and bringing a light of awareness that's mixed with optimism
Mhm.
in the alchemical cauldron. That feels really right. So I
Yeah.
want to thank you for embodying
Embodying that.
the understand. Yeah, yeah, and because it amplifies it within on a deeper level for the herd, for the collective.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
as
yeah.
Jen said, horses are herd animals. That is a huge part of Firehorse. Firehorse is not running around like a lone wolf. Fire horde. So thank you for that.
All right. Thank you, Sabina. We had a little technical difficulty with you, but we got 90% of what you said. I may have to do a little cutting and trimming to keep it tight, but it was beautiful. Your transmission came through, your message came through. I just want to say one thing and then see if David or Lindamarie wants to add. I want to say that what you said about awareness without reactivity. Absolutely. That is the challenge. Awareness. We're watching. We are seeing. I turn on the news every day. I see what's going on, but we have to control, regulate and not be reactive to it because it's part of the process of what's happening now. There's a collapse in motion.
Yeah. I can't, right up front, I don't watch it. I don't have a television. I don't watch news. If I know what's going on, I read. And every once in a while, if somebody tells me something's important and I feel like I can handle it, then, and I don't mean to sound like this wimpy, sensitive person, but I really feel that right now, my job is to really focus on what I'm focusing on, like this kind of thing here, and what I'm doing with sense, because that is the energy that I want to be putting out, and I don't want to be, I don't want to be derailed. I'm old enough that I've got more years behind me than ahead of me, and I don't want to be
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I
it looks
think
different
also,
for everybody. And Lindamarie and David,
yes. Did you guys
I
want to
want
share
to.
something?
Go ahead first.
I'll let David go first.
First, all that you're talking about is brought to us by the Hopi. Uh, do you see the symbol up here?
Yes.
Yeah.
The symbol of the Hopi, the dark, the white, the yellow with the red, and the red with the yellow. Darkness, we walk towards the light and we make it bigger. The yellow is wisdom, but we control our passion. Red is passion. The passion, the red, we increase our wisdom. Then we get to the white part where we control the darkness. And I've seen living here in Maine, there's a lot of, I would say, white people that are trying in the protests are trying to control the darkness. And I say, wow, it's really happening. The symbol is there.
Mm.
And then the feathers are positive, negative, and neutral, proton, electron, neutron. So when we're in darkness, we want to increase the light. It's like walking through a cave and you see a light, you want to walk towards it. And that will get us back into the light where we control the darkness and try to make it as small as possible. And that's what's happening here in Maine because I've seen a lot of people out there. I don't see many black people, Hispanic people, or of other color, but I see the white people getting together to control that darkness. And it makes my heart feel good.
Wow.
Thank you, David.
Wow. Thank you. Wow. Lindamarie,
And
did you want to add something?
I definitely would. It's all about matter. And what matters is our action through love, through our chakras, through how we say, how we move, how we react or don't react. And the biggest part for me is not to label, not having any sides. It's about that straightforward line. And the lines do matter because of the energy of the lines. As in David's painting, he's the one that painted that on
Wow,
our.
you painted that. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
David's an
fabulous.
artist. David's
Yeah.
an
Oh,
artist. David, well, I'm not gonna,
wow.
let me just see if I can undo this here.
Wow, that's magical. David, do you have a link? We're going to put it down below to for anyone who, because that is beautiful. Susan.
Yeah, I went to grab this off of my light because David made it. And I
Oh,
must have
wow.
hit something on my computer that screwed it up. So I don't know what to do.
Wow.
on my end. Let's see if I hit Zoom. Oh, there it is. Oh, it all came back.
We're all still here. We've been recording.
But
You
just
can tell
to add,
technology's not my friend.
Yeah.
just
Lindbury, what? Yeah.
just to add about matter, we all matter. And when we do matter, that gives us that choice of that freedom
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
make those healthy choices. I don't want to be ruling over anyone, and I don't want anyone ruling over me. But I happen to really agree so much what you started out, Christopher, on the collaboration of community, of us all coming together. Susan, and the magic is real when we do come to that circle. And tonight is the full moon for me. And
Yes.
all of us,
Yeah,
And
it's 3-3. We didn't even say today is 3-3.
exactly,
Actually, you're already in tomorrow.
I'm in tomorrow. I'm in 3 or 4, but you guys are still in 3-3 with the right.
right. And my way of coming together in the circle back in the day, Susan remembers in Maine, Freiburg, when we were up there. But a lot of circles had a lot to do with fire, and a
Yes.
lot of it
Yeah.
was to dance naked or what. I have done it, and it's a great freedom. And
Yeah.
David hasn't got done one of those circles yet, but we'll see. But
It's like
that's
the
what I have
witches
there.
and the shamans are coming together. Is that what's going on here? I want to share something. It's that talking about the circle and David's painting. I live in Japan, and I've been very much connected, immersed in Taoism and Zen. That's been guided for me. And I bought a pendant many years ago. I don't even remember when I bought it, of a yin yang symbol. And as David explained the meaning of the white and black in that way, and then Linda Marie, you talked about circles. I put this on for the first time like a few days ago, and now I'm wearing it again. I just want to take this out because it connects with you know, David's painting. I'm gonna turn on the big speaker thing here so that all right, bring this in. So this is the yin and the yang, of Taoism. And now suddenly it has a brand new meaning for me because of David's painting. I'd always thought of the balance, but now it's like it's not just the balance, it's the light controlling the darkness, the light controlling, regulating, keeping it in, the darkness is there, but yeah, what David said. And then that when we're in darkness, know that that light is there within us. I mean, like, whoa, suddenly the meaning of this has transformed. So thank you, David. What a gift. What a
Wow.
sacred gift.
You see the cross in the middle of the cross in the middle of that?
Yeah.
It touches all people. From the beginning, it started with Africa, which is the dark, and then the yellow is Asia, the red is North and South America, and the white is Europe.
Wow. That takes those categories to a new place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the cross in the middle touches all people, not
Yeah.
just certain people, but it touches all of us.
Yeah. And we're all in the circle together.
Yes.
And the circle is also our planet, which we now know is a
And
giant.
that is the symbol of Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mother Gaia. Yeah. So beautiful. I started to do art in the 1980s, and I will put it up uh, I will put it up next to me right now over here. This is a drawing that I did. It's called Universal Dreamer. Sorry that you can't all see it, but it's going to be there. I'm going to add. And it's a picture of a kind of dreaming, laughing Buddha. They call him the laughing Buddha, Hote, and he's leaning next to a sphere. A sphere. So I took the circle and turned the circle into a sphere, which is the shape of the sun and the shape of the moon and the shape of the earth. For me, that's the sacred circle. It's not, one dimensional. And then there's this flow is like the flow of water, but that's also the flow of our muscles and our body flows too, because we are all made of water. And then there's a dark, there's a doorway where there's bricks, and those bricks represent the kind of the divided thinking that people are locked into, and our minds that we have to free ourselves from, but we're always free. And then the background is the the cells of our bodies, life, the life energy, the growth and creativity of the universe. We live in a creative universe, and nature is creative. And this is actually the first interesting, like David's artwork. There's symbolism there that you just shared with us. This is the first drawing I did where I knew what it meant. Usually I drew stuff I wasn't sure, but I knew there was symbolism there. Anyway, so that's enough for me. And sorry that you can't all see it, but when you watch we'll send you the drawing. Feel free to print it out. I'll try to get a link. Anyone listening, my artwork is free to print out. So like I'll try to get a link to it. If you download the JPEG, you can then print it up, put it up on a wall or a refrigerator or whatever. I don't at this point sell things. Enough from me. Anyone else wanted to say something?
Yeah, there's something I want to add to this. It has to, and that's why I'm so glad Sabina is standing in front of that tree. Um, when the monks walked across the United States, they had a koa. Did I get it right? And for me, what it represented was bringing in other species into our awareness in a way that it was subtle. I mean, most people might not even see it the way I did, but I perceived it that way. And I feel that that's happening more and more. And I feel that it is like my responsibility to keep on pushing it out there. And I guess I personally feel that one of the reasons is because we aren't the only ones who are not just impacted by what's going on, but participating in the process of creation and moving through and all of that. I mean, this isn't us humans doing this stuff well, this is us doing it all together with all species and all energy. And and to me, that's really powerful.
Well, it's kind of hard to put into a nutshell in a 2-minute clip. The thing that I would say, can you hear me okay?
We do.
Right
We do.
now, yes.
Okay. The thing that I would say is that there's a hypnosis in the human consciousness that the natural world, the more than human world, does not have. And the way that humans work is very much like music, where we are entrained. And so there's an entrainment that can happen in that hypnosis that the human collective shares, which in the native tribe calls it Wetiko. And it's that illness, really, of the mind. And the entrainment of the more than human world shifts us musically back to kind of waking up out of that hypnosis, back to a natural intelligence.
Cool.
So that's, and I feel very sensitive to it when I am surrounded by mental constructs. It's very easy to get caught. When I'm surrounded by the herd, deeply in their trance of standing in their deep states, I shift and awarenesses arise that allow things to drop away that are kind of that mirage of that hypnosis. So that's kind of how I would sum it up.
Yes, because of the sounds of the horse hooves pounding on the ground is imitated by the drum beat of the natives. Also, I heard the dog barking in the back,
Yes.
and in our native language, when a dog barks like 3 times, you're supposed to stop talking because the dark one is listening into us.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Um, Going back about the mind of the people, on the red and white part is the side of the heart on the left side. If you're looking at it, on the right side is the power, the strength, and the wisdom of the person. The yellow part is wisdom, and we must control our passion so it doesn't get out of hand. And we're in the passionate side, and when we're in passion, we got to be more cautious and be more wise. So we increase the yellow part in the wisdom. In the red, you increase the wisdom. On the white part, we try to bring down the darkness and try to get it as small as possible, but we will never get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then on the black part, we want to increase the white. It's like walking in a cave, and you want to walk out of the cave to get into the light. And that's basically how we feel that. And then you have the positive, negative, and neutral balance of the world.
Wow.
Get my button correct. Yes,
Oh,
sorry. Thank you. Yes, I also do land healing and I do animal healing. And what led me to that was the horses, because they do land healing and it gets stuck in their bodies. And then we as humans have to help clear it from their bodies because it's human caused trauma. So if it's natural trauma, they can clear it. If it's human caused trauma, we have to clear it. And it comes up through their legs as hot and cold energies, and it gets stuck in their spinal cord. And everything is the same for everyone. The earth has chakras. We have chakras. All animals have chakras. You just start realizing that it's all sacred and it's all the same. And we have work to do. We have work to do to help the land, the animals. We're in our reparation period. But I do feel that the earth spirit is brand new. I woke up today feeling brand new. And now the action is just to be in that awareness, consciously moving forward every day. And David, with your beautiful painting, there's just so many layers of meaning coming through for me with it too, is that the little holes in each section are like the portal to the other energy. And like you walk out the tiny hole into the big white one, and then you can walk into the passion one. Like it's kind of the underworld and the middle world and the overworld where we can travel between all these spaces.
They're
Learn
doorways. They're doorways, huh?
learn the wisdom in each one, but we need to have that wisdom and that awareness of what we're doing, what our purpose is, and not be overcome, like Sabina said, by the hypnosis and the illnesses and the diseases and the traumas that we're trying to heal. But they will suck us back in if we don't have that wisdom and balance of what we're doing. We can travel to the underworld through those portals, but we need to know how to get back. And I don't know if that's adding That was what was flashing through my mind, David,
That's
when you were
beautiful. That makes it
yeah,
That is
multidimensional. That makes
amazing.
David's painting
Amazing.
becomes almost three-dimensional.
it
Yeah.
has so many layers of energetic wisdom to it. So just thank you. But that's what it was kind of coming through for me there. So thank you. I hope I didn't.
No, wonderful.
No, that was beautiful. Thank
That's
you.
beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I had wanted to ask a question. So it's not a statement, it's a question. So that when we started, before we recorded, people said where they were from, and we learned that quite a few people here have a connection with Salem, Massachusetts. And which brings up, kind of like, you know, things that happened there over 250 years ago. And there's two groups that were two, no, several groups that early on in the making of America received the most persecution and suffering. The Africans who were enslaved and brought over in ships, the indigenous people who experienced a genocide, and they still have not recovered from it because the genocide started even before the birth of the nation. And then there were the women, mostly some men, who spoke out with different ways of being and connection to nature and ended up getting burned at the stake. And what's going on now? I think, again, without going into specifics, there was, okay, so this is my thought, and I'd love to, oh wow, we've got Susan with her cat.
I
Oh,
know he's really big, right? He's
that's
like
Maxwell. That's a black cat. A black cat comes in as soon as I as soon as I
he's
mention.
been in my lap for quite a while, actually.
Well,
He's been
Susan,
here.
On the divinization, um, look at it as a clock. It started on Africa. In darkness came light in the beginning, according to the Bible, and that's the way the Hopi also feel it. Then it went to Asia, and then we're back into North and South America. Now we're into the white European world. At the beginning, at a like a time clock, when it first starts, the darkness.
did
They
we see
say
the image? Do you mind just
so
turn your
as like
camera a
a
bit?
clock, it's going this way, coming this way. When it first touched the darkness on the white world, because we're at the fourth world. This was the first, second, third, and the fourth. Came World War I. This is the way I understood, the way our elders told me. World War II is center. World War III is the end. But as we coming close, like a clock coming down, it's closing and darkness is reaching out, trying to survive before it gets closed off till we come back into the whiteness of the last of the world, the white world. And as we're coming to this section, darkness is reaching out, trying to hold on to whatever it can, but it's going to end. And then we go into what the Bible says is 1,000 years of peace.
Mm.
And then we come into the fifth world, which will come out into the center. And that's when we will all be together as one. That's through the elders.
Wow, a thousand years of peace. I'm on for that.
You had mentioned about like before the 250 year and with Salem and the connection. For myself, it's definitely something that I have felt the negative and the persecution of who I am, having been born in Salem and having my drawn belief that I chose in and out. On paper, I'm Catholic. And I say that with a deep, deep pain because for myself, I am about all folks, all religion, all faith, and nothing else that matters. for me, it's has a lot to do with Gaia. It has a lot to do with my actions, our actions, how we leave Gaia, how we leave our mark. And over the centuries of persecution for someone who believes differently, loves differently, it's very close to home for myself here in the present day still. I have a hard time hearing and listening to the word witch hunt, whether it's on TV, marketing. I have a really hard time when folks just turn their heads the other way because they don't want to believe in herbs and they don't want to believe in the medicinal portion of medicine through our sense, through our touch, through our taste. And that matters. That matters because without those, we would not exist. We wouldn't be able to be these colorful creatures that we are called human. And that, to me, is nature itself.
Yeah, that's what Thomas Berry wrote in his book, The Dream of the Earth, that if we have powers of imagination and creativity and awareness of beauty, it's because we live within, and he said, on, but I'm within, within a beautiful planet that offers us, music and colors and scents and medicine. And that if we were on Mars, we wouldn't be human. We wouldn't be who we are. It's like, so yeah. And what we're doing to Gaia, what we're doing is we are actually, we are like, whenever a species goes extinct, we are losing what Thomas called, a mode of existence that and that's like one of the strands of diversity that is a part of creation. And we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be if we weren't living on this beautiful, diverse planet.
Well, also
And
they're our family too.
yeah, of course.
This is our
And that I
family.
feel is
This is
what
our
people are finally
yeah,
starting to be at least open to waking up to.
yeah.
And I feel that Earth and through trees, rocks, rivers, mountains, fungi, worms, whatever, all the different creatures is really reaching out now in a way that feels to me like so ready, so ready. I mean, if you are in a damaged or degraded place, that you may not feel that, but if you are in an intact ecosystem where everything is relatively healthy, and you make love, you direct it, you feel it, you draw it in, you will get a response. And if you're open and you're you're open to how it might come, and that is um, part of it, and that's because we are wanted. We are wanted to do this stuff,
Yeah.
and Earth wants us to know that she is helping us. And if we become conscious of that, then the power for healing is even more than if it just happens just because that's the way it is.
Well,
I
isn't
that's
isn't Earth trying to call us home? I mean, this is what Sabina has
Yes,
written about with her nature's intelligence.
I believe that.
Yeah, Earth is
Yeah,
one consciousness, and the animals, the trees, they're all part of the field of Gaia, and they're all plugged in. They're all connected with that natural intelligence. And indigenous people knew this, and yet the Wedico of the modern time have people have a cut themselves off. It's like a virus in the head that makes us sick. We've been sick for
right.
because of this Wedico.
And you could say for us sitting here, I mean, obviously we're waking up, but for the people alive today, it's not their fault because
Right.
it's something that has been happening for thousands of years,
We've all
not
been
just
trapped,
hundreds,
You
right?
thousands.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. You said it's not our fault because it's been for thousands of years. And you know what else has been for thousands of years? People have been waking up out of that for
Yes.
thousands of years. I mean, when you look at Taoism and you go way back, there is a stream that you can feel like the wind, like an element in your own being that has gone through all of those lifetimes and is landing here right now. And when we invert our attention, we can really feel it instead of going out with our attention. And this is a lot what the herd speaks of, transmits. They're not speaking, they're transmitting experiences energetically that I then put words to because that's how we communicate. But inverting our attention and feeling this wind of awakening. And that's why you're hopeful or optimistic, Susan. That's why you're optimistic, I feel, because we are in a pressure cooker right now. There's a crescendo. We can all feel this crescendo. But that's the perfect alchemy for
Yes.
this awakening as well. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to say, that you inspired, all of you have inspired. Yeah.
Thank you.
Alchemy, spiritual alchemy, right? Earth alchemy. I mean, yeah, Jen.
Jan.
Sabina, I just have to say, when you started speaking, I felt like this current just comes through my body, and I got this kind of like cool, like breezy, tingly feeling. So I just had to say I felt it.
I felt you feeling it.
And like I was saying, when we're coming to the end of the circle, we're closing it off. The darkness is getting smaller. We're like in World War One, it was getting bigger. World War Two was the biggest. Now it's coming down to the end. And World War Three isn't going to be as big as they say. I believe we're coming to the closing of the darkness, and that's what's happening today. All
Mhm.
these people that from, and I had to say it, the orange man, his time is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just telling that to my family. I said, this year is, he's, I'm sorry, I don't think he's going to be where he is a year from now. Sorry for him. I hope that he, yeah, the orange man. But isn't he playing his role? I feel this. I feel that like someone.
In native dances, we have two abuelos, one white, one black, and they
What's
go.
abuelos?
Abuelos are like the the essence of our creator. Okay, and then we also have what we call the Cocopali. It's a it, it's a smaller person, and he's the Joker. And they put Orange Man into the point of the Joker. He goes around and he jokes with people, pulls down their pants and stuff like that, and he just does all sorts of weird stuff, and nobody can touch him.
Yeah,
And this is where I say what has happened with the Orange Man.
yeah,
Nobody's been able to stop him to do his stuff. They call him the Purifier.
huh?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And get this, the first time
Wow.
that he was elected, everybody is watching him doing his stuff. And then it comes around lunchtime and everybody raises their hand and the white one chases the Joker away. And then everybody comes back to the dance and they start to dance again and the Joker comes around and the black one follows him around so nobody touches him. And he has a whip and he whips around at the people. So then it comes around dinner time and everybody raises their hand and prays to our creator to get rid of the Joker. and then the black one chases him away, and everybody goes back and eats again.
Hmm.
And that is the spirit of our dances. And I see that is what's happening today with the orange man. He's the Joker.
Yeah.
He is the Joker.
Yeah, and he's been untouchable, but he will be vanquished.
He's no longer untouchable.
Yeah,
but
and because he's just the
soldiers
embodiment
will.
of a lot more that we are not seeing. So
It's going to take all the people to raise their hands to our Creator to ask to remove the Joker, and then that's when it will be. And when that happens, we will come back into the feast.
Yeah.
Come on over.
it's time. Yes.
Get everybody that you can to pray and raise their hands.
Sabina?
And also,
definitely, David. Definitely, yeah.
when I start to look at, the many, it sometimes feels a bit overwhelming. So I come back and I look at the microcosm deeply within, and I see where's the Joker part, where's the darkness part, and where is the light and the hands being raised up inside with every single part of my own, because this is where we can take responsibility the most.
Yeah.
On this, the inner level, where that microcosm is that hologram of the macrocosm. So the Joker is orange. Does he exist inside of me? There's darkness. Does it exist inside of me? There's light. Does it exist inside of me? And what is the dance? That's something that I can take complete responsibility for. That gives me a lot of hope. That just gives me a lot of hope, because I get very overwhelmed when I'm expecting everyone to raise their hands. Maybe, again, the entrainment, the musical entrainment of that inner hand raising. We walk around with our hands raised in that position of connecting with the source. If enough of us are doing that internally, that starts to become the music. So anyway, it's not an either or, but it's an and. Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for that. And I'm also looking at the time frame. I don't want to be a control freak or anything, but it really seems like we've reached a point where we could.
Yeah.
This feels like a good, like if like last words or whatever,
Last
whatever.
thoughts.
And yeah.
Yeah. If everyone.
Was that an intuitive thing too?
No, actually, I hadn't thought of it. So great.
Oh, okay.
Jen.
Yeah, just thank you, all of you, for doing the work, raising your hands, doing the inner work. That's how we're doing it, but I did want to just make a statement. I loved the prophecy of the Third World War not being as big or
Yes.
not lasting as long. I've had that feeling, so I loved that prophecy. But also just that knowing that what we're dealing with is that narcissistic infection. And the only way that you can win with that is to remove your attention, remove your energy. There is no dialogue that works. There is nothing else. So it's just removing ourselves from that energy and totally being in alignment with the new earth energy, creating the world we want to see that starts within, just like Sabina was saying, and we're all doing it. So I just wanted to, it's heartwarming to be in such great company and knowing that we're all over the world doing it, and the earth is feeling it. I feel her frequency has changed just to be so much more, even more amplified in connecting and appreciating what we're doing. I feel the appreciation.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
How incredibly grateful I feel to be among you all and to feel the amplification. And David, thank you so much for sharing the sacred with us, the prophecies. Thank you for bringing those roots alive. And I'd just like to share a transmission that came through from the herd this past Sunday. It's very short, just to take in um, the frequencies of, okay, as we spoke about, these aren't just words, they're frequencies. The here and now is a porous, interbreathing field of light. The here and now is who you are. All of nature is here and now, interbreathing currents of peace as one field of light, as one co-creative body of now. So thank you for tuning so deeply, for raising your hands. As Jen said, I love the visual of us all connecting in this way.
That
Thank
was
you.
beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Blessings to everyone. And we pray to a great creator, bring us all together to raise our hands and to be one with Mother Earth and with our grandfather, the universe, father, the sun, and grandmother, the moon. Save us all and give us the great hope that we are looking forward to. Blessings.
And remember, a hug is the greatest gift, and one size fits all.
Thank you, Lindamarie. Oh, this has been fabulous. Yeah, okay. One of the reasons that I am here is to help people awaken to not just the earth being alive, but to actually feel and experience it so that they know it and it becomes a part of who they are as they go through their day. And that's a really difficult thing until you feel it yourself in your own biology, in your own, it actually is something that you feel in your body. It's not just something that you feel in your head or in your heart. Your body also participates in this. And that's how you know, because your body participates in it. The biology lets you know. And I recently, and one of you mentioned it, I felt compelled to share this story called Rocks, Boulders, and Ledges. That was a couple of other stories. And the gist of the story involves Christopher, and I hope this is okay. But he listened to my story, and a lot of people did, and we have had a lot of conversations. A lot of different people have shared stories of rocks and boulders and ledges that they hung out with when they were kids, and how they hadn't thought about it until I shared my story, and then they remembered, and then they got in a different way, maybe in a way that they did get as a kid, but they had forgotten because of the hypnosis, or that we were talking about earlier. Maybe the veil comes down when we become adolescents without the kinds of initiations that Native people have for people when they go through adolescence. So we lost that. And but it's still there because it's who we are. So people were sharing these stories, and it was like awakening a part of them that they had forgotten. And Christopher shared with me that a similar thing happened, and he he was open to the sentience and the aliveness and the wisdom of the rocks and the boulders and the ledges that most people think are inert, unconscious, dead. And they're not.
I just want
They're
to say,
not.
I was born in Rockland, Rockland County. I've loved rocks. My father loved rocks. They were digging up the street and my father asked them to take the boulders that they found and put them on our property. So our property where I grew up had my father's the rocks that my father requested put on our grass. I'm in Japan. I love the rock gardens here. I've always loved stone gardens. And then my family and we went out west in 2024, and we went to the giant stones through the Navajo Nation. We did not go to the Hopi Nation, but the Dene people. I went for the first time, and oh, beautiful! Oh, thank you, David. Oh, so we traveled through the lands. We went to Monument Valley. Oh, Susan's got stones.
I got smoky quartz from Moat Mountain, New Hampshire.
Amazing. And my family, we went into Monument Valley. I'll probably share the photo here. This is us. This is a photo of us in Monument Valley with my wife and my two sons, and we stayed there in the Navajo Nation, and we went to Mount Zion and everywhere there. But so I've just always, and my grandmother has these two paintings of Bryce Canyon, and so suddenly when I read, oh, there Sabina's got her rock, I'm gonna go get my rock while someone else talks. But it's like suddenly oh, all right, I'm the only one that has to go get my stones.
That's
And the thing,
beautiful, Jen. Why don't you go get your rock while Jen tells us about her rock?
all right, yeah, I'll go get
Can
my
you do
stone.
that? Can you tell us about that? Beautiful.
I I I can tell you it's my grounding rock, and it showed up in my rock garden. I have no idea where it came from. It's not really like other rocks on my property.
Wow.
And so during the winter when I can't really get outside, this is my grounding rock. And
Nice.
you just put your feet on. And the first
Nice.
time that I picked it up, it told me, for infinite beings, time is the most precious gift.
Hmm.
And ever since then, it's been my constant grounding rock. So for infinite beings, us, time is the most precious gift. And that's what this rock told me.
And
And
rocks should
that's how I
know.
knew it was
They should know.
work with me. Yeah, it was just amazing. So now I talk to
Oh,
rocks, or
beautiful.
they talk to me.
I love that. Oh my God. David,
When I
let
was a
me
kid, I
join.
was always looking for geodes. Where's your rock, Christopher?
I have it here, but I want to hear about Sabina and David and Linda Marie's rocks before I bring up mine here. And we'll hear about yours too, Susan.
No,
Tell us about your.
I've talked enough.
Well, no, it's
My
okay.
rock, my rock came when David was going through down in New Mexico in Abiquiu, some slate for Flagstaff, to decorate the home on the outside. And I picked this beauty. And since I've had it, since 2018, it's really developed its own character and it's got deeper since
Wow,
we
cool.
came here to New England. It's definitely, this
Wow,
wasn't there before. So it's
that's
really,
interesting.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
my, and David is an Arroyo. He
This
got
one
that.
I found in a dry wash. When I first found it, I only saw this part of it, but it called me back to it, and I pulled it out of the ground, and it's a representation of Mother Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
I always see grandmother
And
in
it,
her.
and it was, I believe
Yeah.
it's native carved.
Could you hold it up a little closer to the camera? Or yeah. Okay,
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, it
Wow.
does look carved a little bit there. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
The
So
front part
smooth.
is the corn.
Wow. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Hmm.
Magic.
Absolutely.
Sabina, your stone? Thank you.
No.
It's a wordlessness that's just pulsing through. Word.
She's outside, so she can take a stone that's right there. So this is a hunk of smoky quartz from Moat Mountain in New Hampshire that my father he discovered a crystal cave, and
Whoa.
I have a big one, a big. It's like Lindamarie knows it. It's like this big, and it's a perfect crystal. It's cut, it's faceted, and in Freiburg, it was in my garden. In the winter, I brought it in. I didn't always bring it in, but a rock hound told me, and a rock hound is somebody who does minerals and stuff. There's a lot of them in the North Conway area because there's a lot of minerals. Molten Mountain, by the way, is famous for its smoky quartz, and if people know smoky quartz, they will recognize that's where it came from, and I can recognize it because I have so much of it around me. And so anyway, my father found this cave, and he brought back some that were loose. I can't believe he carried these heavy crystals on his back in his pack. And then, but that was during the time when New Age people were like, all of a sudden, they were hacking around for crystals and they were supposed to have all these magic, which they do, of course, but still, you remember that period of time. And people found the cave and were hacking at it. And my father got really angry. And so he went to the game warden, and together they went and they like boarded it up and covered it up and made it so that nobody could find it anymore. By the time I knew about the cave and said, "Oh, Daddy, I want to go there," that had already been done. So I didn't have a chance to visit it, but I have these beautiful, and I've given a lot of them away over the years to people for different reasons. When I'm called to give them away. And one is with Silas, my grandson, who is buried in Vermont, and one is with him. So anyway, I'm done, and we should, we should. This has been
Okay.
awesome.
This has been awesome. This is from the rock garden that my wife created in her mother's home. And my mother-in-law passed away last year, a year ago. She's behind us. We have a shrine for her. But this is a stone from that I picked up from the garden. So I don't know what kind of stone this is, but it's white and it's
It
beautiful.
looks like some kind of quartz.
Some kind maybe, and I love this stone, and
Yeah.
so I think of her garden. So the garden, that the rock garden, my wife actually designed a rock garden in her mother's backyard, and that's where this is from. So on that note, I guess we're going to finish off here, and thank you everyone for coming. And I would like to say a kind of prayer here, because if y'all don't mind. um because Susan mentioned Silas, and Silas is her grandson who left us too early. And this stone is for my mother-in-law who left us last year. And we all have these ancestors, and we also have children who shouldn't be there on the other side, but they are. And I'd just like to maybe all together say a prayer for them and thank them for whatever they can do to help us. And may we transform this earth. May we transform this earth so that it becomes the paradise it was meant to be. And as Jen said, time is a gift. Time is a sacred gift. And that's what this universe has. Because we all come and we return to a timeless place. We come and return to a timeless place that has birthed universes and birthed planets, and it's infinite. But this place is finite, and life is finite. We have limited years. And anyway, that's this place, that 1,000 years of peace that David talked about. Let it be, as the Beatles said, let it be. Zion, the vision of Zion, the vision of world peace, the kingdom that Jesus talked about. I mean, it's there in all the prophecies, and now is the time. That's what we're entering into, and we're here to build it as the old crumbles. the new is rising, and we are the new.
I
Love you.
actually have a prayer that I mentioned
Go
it to you
for it.
earlier before we
Go for
and
it.
I didn't know if, and this isn't these aren't my words. These are the words of Perdita Finn. And I will make sure that Christopher has the stuffs for her so that he can put those links in the description as well. It came from a Substack article that she wrote called Go to Hell. But I'm not reading the whole thing. I'm just reading the end. Perdita, for those who don't know, works with helping people realize that our ancestors are here always with us, to put it in a nutshell. I summon the dead because I want to summon a very different world. I want to be reborn into a very different world. Join me, please. Let us summon the dead to imagine a soft, green world renewed and healed. The trees drop their branches that decompose into soil that feeds the body of the forest. The snowflakes become gray with grit and melt into the dirt. The body of the finch feeds the body of the worm, and the body of the worm feeds the body of the robin. Someday something will come to eat the irradiated mountains of plastic with which we've filled the world. A billion years from now, all of our monuments and museums will be nothing but a thin film of heavy metals in the geological strata. Yet nothing goes anywhere. Every soul is reborn to the world we have made. We are all reborn to this world. The snowflake melts into the groundwater, which finds its way to the spring, which winds down the mountain to the river, that meanders to the sea to become fog, mist, vapor, a cloud, and rain over the forest. Let that rain fall on a world without hell.
A world without hell. Let's Thank you,
Okay.
everybody. Thank you. Could you all unmute and just say goodbye to everybody who's listening? This has been
Bye.
amazing.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
We are the magic of the real, all of us. And this has
Yep.
been wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Blessing.
Blessings.
Okay. So from Khalil and I, we're just grounding the energies. We're all feeling so much joy to come together in this in a kindred tribe of love. And we're feeling the power of that. And we're grounding the energy to the place where all of our roots go through the center of the earth. And then, just like Mother Gaia, as we whirl through space, we drink from the stars, from the starlight, the field of pure potentiality together. So much love.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, look at that white line.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Khalil. Khalil sends his love.
oh, I feel it. It's like a, oh my God, fire horse. Lightning. It's got lightning going down. Oh my God. Oh, there's our fire horse.
There's our fire horse.
We are
Oh,
stardust, swirling radiance, silent joy. We are stardust, swirling radiance, silent joy, silent joy. Look through skies. There is no you or I, only stardust, stardust. Look through these eyes into eternal skies. There is no you or I, only stardust, stardust. We are stardust, swirling radiance, quiet joy.